Yeah. What up, good people, and welcome to another episode of Keep It Thorough, where we give you the real behind business, health, money, and self development, and introduce engaging concepts to help you elevate your performance in all areas of life. I'm your host, Cedric Lavelle, joined by my counterpart, Mr. E Double.
Yes, sir. It's your boy E Double. We back at y'all, season 3, episode 126. And the title of this episode is Lift Your Life: How Fitness Impacts Your Daily Confidence. So, good fitness episode on deck for y'all. Obviously, something that's very, very important: your physical fitness. Um, and as always, be sure to check out the website to look at the kit that corresponds to this episode at keepitthorough.com/kits. We still do got some Keep It Thorough hats in stock. So if y'all want to get y'all one, go ahead and head over to the website and go and shop with us. I've had a whole lot of people tell me it's the best hat that they've ever had, the best fitting hat that they've ever had.
They fit good,
Uh,
man. These hats are amazing.
yeah, quality's top notch. Completely custom too, by the way. We ain't go buy these off the shelf and had them sew some stuff on and put a patch on.
Not at
These was
all.
built from the ground up, man. So if y'all want to go ahead and support, go ahead and go and do that. But without further ado, man, let's go and kick this thing off. Said.
Absolutely, man. Let's get into it. So, fitness can quite literally lift your life to new heights. And not only can it elevate your personal appearance, but fitness can transform your confidence and enhance the belief that you have in yourself. And I'm sure I'm not the only one um who has ever noticed how different you feel after you have a good workout. Like what you're feeling like at that moment. You may feel a little more energetic. You may be proud of yourself, or you may have this feeling of being invincible. But those feelings show that fitness isn't just about physical strength, but it's all about mental, emotional, and your overall life strength. And if you think about it, if you're lacing up your shoes before you go and lift weights, or heading out for a run, or you're about to do some sort of workout, what's going through your mind at those moments? You might be thinking about burning calories. You might be thinking about hitting a PR. You might be thinking about, um, just focusing on how to improve from the day before, or just building muscle. But I believe that there's so much more that's going on behind the surface. Every single time you push yourself, or every time that you um, do some positive self talk, I think those are moments where you're really building a foundation for confidence. Those are the moments where you start structuring what it sounds like to affirm yourself, what it sounds like to um, tell yourself that you can do it, or that you can push yourself, or that you can do a little bit more. And I think it's powerful when you can consistently show up for yourself confidently in those types of moments. And whether it's you're lifting weights, or you're presenting in front of a crowd of people, in those moments, physical exertion is one of those things that can build you up in fitness, but also can build you up in your personal life. And I think when you're able to put those things together and see the correlation between those things, man, you become unstoppable, right? Everything that you do, every position that you put yourself in, the tools that you create when you're working out and you're going through your fitness journey, I think ultimately helps you translate those things through your personal life and allows you to lift your life to new heights.
Yeah, definitely. So fitness is about much more than just the physical changes you see in the mirror, right? It's about the transformation that happens inside your body. And we all talk about the benefits of exercise for our health, but we often overlook how committing to a fitness routine does wonders for your confidence, which I think, you know, when a lot of people begin their fitness journey, it's because of your physical appearance, right? Like somebody may, you know, want to, you know, shed some pounds, lose some belly fat, or think their arms are too big, or, and then I know, you know, in certain cases, for myself, you know, I might go, you know, hadn't worked out for a while and go play basketball or something like, damn, man, I gotta, you know, winded like
Yeah.
way faster than, you know, than I'm used to. Like I need to do something about that. But a lot of the times it starts with, you know, your physical appearance. And then because, you know, you just want to feel better about yourself. But what also comes along with that, you know, as I just mentioned, is the confidence boost that it gives you, right? So, you know, think about it. Every time you decide to move your body, whether it's going for a jog, lifting some weights, or even just doing a quick workout at home, you're telling yourself, I deserve to invest in me. And that's
Yeah.
powerful. That's like extremely powerful. It's a message to yourself that your well-being, your strength, and your time are valuable. That's the foundation of confidence, knowing that you are worth the effort. And man, I can't. I'm gonna butcher the heck out of this quote, but you know what I mean. I'm super paraphrasing, but somebody said that, you know, I read somewhere that basically your physical appearance, right, or like your physical health is essentially like, you know, it tells you how much you care about yourself, right?
Mm,
Like it showcases how much you truly care about yourself. And it's
right.
not something that you can fake. So when you look at a person who's physically fit, they've been physically fit for an extended period of time, they're very disciplined. Well, it shows discipline right there. Because
Yeah.
if somebody is, you know, works out every day, been doing it, you know, over an extended period of time, you know that that person is disciplined because
Yep.
that doesn't just happen overnight.
Overnight.
But it says a
Hmm.
lot about that person, you know, and you can look at a person and, you know, can tell like, oh man, that person's like very, very disciplined. You know, it says a lot about them, but it's something that you can't fake. And I butchered the heck out of that quote.
I've heard the
um,
quote before. I can't remember specifically how it goes, but yeah, it whether it was a quote or somebody saying it, yeah, your
yeah,
physical
yeah,
fitness shows a lot about your self discipline, your self worth, how you see yourself. Absolutely.
exactly. How you see yourself. You know what I mean? That's probably the best way to put a stamp on it. Is it says a lot about how you see yourself, and you know, um, how much you care
Yeah, how much you value
about
yourself.
how
Yeah.
much you value, right? But with the confidence you gain through fitness, it also teaches you discipline. You learn that success doesn't come from some magic trick. It damn sure don't come from no magic trick. You got to put that work in.
Absolutely.
It comes from consistently showing up, whether you're having a good day or a bad one, whether you're feeling motivated or drained, you show up anyway. And you know that builds an incredible sense of self-respect and also really resilience. But you know, you start to see yourself as someone who follows through, who does what they say they'll do, and that confidence trickles into other parts of your life. So you know, the next time you feel like skipping a workout, ask yourself, what else could I be building here besides just muscles? You're also building mental grit, emotional resilience, and confidence that says, I can do hard things. And that's very, very true, man. I can't tell you how many days I wake up in the morning and I'm like, man, I do not feel like doing this today.
Yeah.
I do not feel like going to the gym. I do not feel like running on this treadmill. I do not, you know what I mean? And for various reasons. It could be because I stayed up a little too late the night before. So I didn't get the amount of sleep that I wanted. So I wake up and I'm a little groggy. It could be because I just hooped on Sunday and just kicked them boys' butt and won 7 out of 8 games. You know what I'm saying?
That
So
must have
now
been
my
what you
legs
just
just
did
hurting, my
recently.
shin. I just, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm like 17-3 in the last like 3 weeks.
Okay.
But you know, ain't
Okay.
nobody counting though.
Hey,
Ain't nobody,
anybody, I
ain't
understand. You know what I'm
nobody
saying? You know what I'm
counting.
saying? Your winning
But you know,
percentage is
but
off
for
the
real, but I,
chain.
you know, hooping on Sunday, my shins is killing me. Now I ain't gonna lie, I did take Monday off because I had to. That's my
Yeah.
rest day now because I'm with coaching football and all of that. I had to switch around my rest days, but Monday my rest day, and it was been real easy for on a Tuesday to be like, you know, I'm not gonna go work out, and I really did not want to, but I got up and I went, you know. But what I guarantee you is on them days when you get up and go, you ain't never gonna say I regretted going. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It never happens. You always are like super happy. And again, that builds something in you. That builds
Yeah.
your confidence. That builds your resilience. That builds your mental grit, you know, all of those different things. So you got to stick to it, and again, it's much more than just your physical appearance. It's also affecting your your mind state, your mental, and how you view yourself, and it
Absolutely.
definitely builds that confidence.
That's major. And I remember a conversation that I was having with my mom one day. Actually, it was my mom and my grandmother, and we were talking, and I was just telling them how I was running on a treadmill and I was pushing myself. Like I was getting to a point where it felt like I was getting tired, but I was like, man, I can do a little bit more. I can give a little bit more, and I did that. And I improved my time by a couple of seconds or something like that. But I was just telling them how I recognized that that muscle or that ability to think about it or think about something and push yourself is in you. You just have to know when to do it and not make it so situational. It's like if you can do it when you're running and you're willing to push yourself, you can translate that to you having to reach a deadline for a project that you're trying to finish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you can push yourself in that same regard, right? And building your muscles and building your mind, I think those two things are a healthy dynamic. When you see the correlation between both of those things and you're intentional and purposeful about what you're doing, those things can really pay dividends in the long run. And I think that by building your confidence through fitness, your outer strength elevates your inner self, just similar to what you were saying. So I think it's important to recognize and know that as you focus on your physical gains, you can also significantly impact your personal gains. And I'm no health expert when it comes to certain things, but I know chemicals like endorphins that flood your brain every time that you get moving. If you notice how much happier you feel after a good workout, that's those endorphins that's kind of working their magic and elevating your mood and giving you this natural high, I guess you can say. And when you feel good on the inside, it starts to show on the outside, right? And that's something that's key uh, to feeling more confident, right? When you feel good on the inside, it's going to translate to what you do on the outside. You know what I'm saying? And that workout and that fitness routine can really impact those things, right? And we can also talk about just body transformation, and this isn't just necessarily about getting a perfect body or looking a certain way, but it's really about pride, and the pride that comes from setting and achieving a goal. And when you start seeing these physical changes in your body, whether it's increased strength, whether it's better endurance or muscle tone, you feel a sense of accomplishment, right? And that sense of pride in your achievements that also helps your confidence to grow. And then lastly, mental toughness. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about mental toughness, that comes with fitness. And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier with that treadmill. Like it's mental toughness. It's like I'm training myself to think a certain way. And that's a key area that builds confidence. And every time you push through a difficult workout or when you show up when you don't feel like it, like E was saying, you're strengthening your mind. And then you're also just teaching yourself that you can handle hard things. Like when it gets tough, when things get challenging, when you're faced with some adversity, you can take on those things. And it's kind of a sign of mental resilience, and it's something that just follows you everywhere, right? And whether it's a tough workout or whether it's a personal challenge, you know that you've got what it takes to get you through because fitness has already proven that to you. You've already seen it. You know what I'm saying? And now it's just like, how can you translate that into other areas of your life? And once you identify that you have this mental fortitude, then you can translate it to other things, and then you can see the results of you being able to um, adapt and adjust and really insert certain attitudes and certain behaviors that can push you further a lot long push you further along in life.
Man, it's really crazy, man, because how physical fitness really like just snowballs into more and more positive things, because
Absolutely. Yeah,
like you
yeah.
wake up, you might be tired, a little groggy or whatever the case may be. You go work out. By the time of the end of your workout, you got way more energy. You in a good mood. You feel good. You feel like you can accomplish the day.
Yeah.
Build your confidence. Just all those sorts of things. You go, hop in the shower, go get dressed, start your day, go to work. If you come up against a challenge, you're just gonna be in so much more of a better mental space
Yeah.
to tackle it. You know, like especially if you was at the gym this morning, you just hit a new personal on the bench,
You
or you
feeling
just hit
good.
a new, PR on the treadmill, on your mile, or 10 miles, or however long you running, or even if you weren't on a treadmill, maybe you wake up and go for runs in the morning and you just hit a new personal record. You're just gonna be in so much more of a better space and just filled with so much confidence that not too many things are really gonna kind of bring you down from that natural high.
Yeah.
You just you're feeling yourself,
Yeah.
and that's a positive thing.
Endorphins
Like
working.
you should feel yourself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You should be in those positive spaces full of confidence where little things don't nag at you and bring you down. So it's just really kind of crazy when you think about it, in the snowball effect of it, and how if you do that every day, like the compounding effect of that. You know what I mean? Like, or if it's 3 times a week or 5 times a week, you really shouldn't be working out 7 days a week. But unless you said doing, what was my man doing?
What's what I say?
I can't remember what
Not
you
two. I
said.
forgot what it was. Two a day. Nine. I don't know what
He was
I
doing
can't
two a
remember.
days 9 times a week, man. It
Yeah,
was
something
something. It
like
was something
that.
like that. I don't know. I
Some
don't know how he was
some
doing it, but he was.
some
Hey, you
crazy.
know what I mean?
Somewhere along the way, I had an extra day. I don't know how
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got
He,
it, but
hey, something,
it
something.
was in there somewhere.
But so check this out, right? So imagine someone who's struggling with low confidence. Maybe they've had a tough time managing stress, or they just don't, feel in control of their life. Which mental health is a very huge issue in the United States of America. Is something that a lot of
Absolutely.
people are dealing with. But they decide to start a fitness routine, not to lose weight, but to gain control. So, it starts small, maybe just a morning walk, or a quick workout. But over time, something amazing happens. Not only does their body begin to change, which, as we talked about, builds confidence, like the way you're looking, you got a little pep in your step now,
Hmm.
but also their mindset starts to change. So they begin to carry themselves differently. They have more energy at work, kind of what I was just talking about earlier. Their posture improves. They standing up straight. People ask, man, you look
Chest,
taller. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like,
chest out, shoulders
chest
back.
out,
You know what I'm
all of that,
saying? Yeah.
and they just feel more in charge of their life. It's inevitable when you challenge yourself physically, whether through exercise, sports, or simply moving more, you develop a better sense of accomplishment and confidence that comes with progress. And this shift in your physical state helps foster a more positive, resilient emotional outlook, leading to a healthier mind body connection. And again, that's that snowball I was just talking about.
Yeah.
Like as you go through it, think of that snowball as your confidence, right? And when you build a snowball, first it's real small, but then as you start to roll it in that snow, it get bigger and bigger and bigger. And as you stick to, your physical fitness, and working out, you hitting these PRs, you're getting stronger, you're getting faster, you're getting leaner, you're getting or maybe your goal is to bulk, whatever the case it is, you just start to grow more and more confidence. You
Yeah.
just and improve that mind and body connection. And essentially, that's what fitness does.
Yeah.
It's not just about looking good in the mirror. It's about having a strengthened mind body connection when you face the world.
Absolutely.
And that's really the biggest thing to take away from physical fitness. Like, yeah, you're gonna look good, you're gonna drop some weight, you're gonna, for women, get that dress size down, or whatever the case may be. But it's way more than that. It's about building your confidence. It's about building that mental fortitude. It's about, just going through life, with just a sense of accomplishment, knowing you can do whatever you put your mind to, knowing that you have the mental fortitude to overcome whatever is thrown your way. And working out and improving your physical fitness definitely does that for you.
Absolutely. And then it gives you that mental and physical endurance. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of times what happens when people are on their fitness journey is they get burned out with what they're doing. And I think when you can connect your physical condition with your personal confidence, what ends up happening is when something begins to fade, whether it be your motivation or your perspective on health and working out, that confidence to kick yourself back into high gear, or tell yourself that you can do it, or tell yourself that you can endure, that you can keep it going. I think that's what allows you to get back on the wagon per se. You know what I'm saying? Because life happens, right? And a lot of times you can fall off because various amounts of reasons. You may have family things going on. It may be stress. It may be work. It may be an injury. So many different things that can knock you off course. But with that confidence being built over time, with that snowball effect, like E was saying, man, it's nothing to get yourself back into a rhythm and then start building again. You know what I'm saying? And I think that as long as you have steps on how to get there, you'll be able to get there. And one thing that you can do is just really just start small and build consistency. You don't have to hit the gym for 2 hours a day right off the bat, or you don't have to look for an extra day,
I don't never go to the gym for 2 hours,
eight
but
eight or
that's just
nine
me.
days like I did, or whatever I did. You know what I'm saying, and try to overdo things. But maybe it's just 10 minutes of a walk. The key thing is just showing up for yourself. Show up for yourself day after day. You know that, and not only just show up for yourself, show up for your kids. You know what I'm saying? Show up for your family that depends on you to be at your best self, because it's challenging to really be impactful in the lives of your family, your wife, your husband, your spouse, your children, whomever, if you're not at your best. You know what I'm saying? If you're tired all the time, or if you're not in a good mood all the time, those things matter, right? So really take small steps, build over time, but consistency is where confidence is born. So as long as you can to focus on your consistency, then you'll be able to build that confidence. Next thing is just set measurable goals, right? So break down your fitness journey into bite-sized pieces. So whether it's running a mile, or lifting a certain amount of weight, each time you hit a goal, celebrate it. Be excited about what you did, right? Like don't play yourself and just feel like, man, I just did something small. It ain't really too big. Nah, celebrate that small win, and those small wins add up to big confidence boosts. You know what I'm saying? And then the next thing is just track your progress, right? So grab a journal, an app, whatever the case may be, track your workouts. And when you see how far you've come over time, that's a huge confidence boost, because you're seeing results. You're seeing that your efforts are really leading to positive and favorable outcomes, right? And the progress that you have might be slow, but it's there. You know what I'm saying? I always say slow progress is better than no progress. As long as you're moving forward and you're making these positive strides, that's just proof that you're capable of achieving more. And then the next thing is just prioritize rest and recovery. Like he said, he has his recovery days on Mondays. I have my recovery days on Sundays. But building the confidence doesn't mean pushing yourself to the brink. Like, you don't have to overdo it. You know what I'm saying? Give your body the time that it needs to recharge and grow. And then the confidence is going to naturally build as you give yourself an opportunity to take a step back and then just appreciate all of the hard work that you've done. And then the last thing is just surround yourself with support. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a fitness class, whether it's a workout buddy, whether it's an online community, having people cheer you on and make the journey more enjoyable, you know, that helps out too. You know what I'm saying? And it keeps you accountable when you have somebody that's rooting for you and that's cheering for you and wanting to see the best from you. Those things pay dividends in the long run, right? And so if you can just follow, like I said, follow steps, have a plan, have a strategy, and follow through on that strategy, lifting more consistently and building your confidence, it's just going to become a way of life.
Yeah, no, definitely. So with all that said, if you don't take anything away from today's episode, or let me say that differently, if you take anything away from today's episode, let it be that fitness isn't just about your body, it's about your mind. And we mentioned that several times throughout the course of this episode. But it's about building the kind of mental and emotional strength that lifts your confidence in every corner of your life. So next time you hit the gym, go for a run, or even just take a few minutes to stretch at home, remind yourself that you're not just working on your muscles, you're working on your mindset, your resilience, and your confidence. So every move you make, every time you show up for yourself, you're building something far more valuable than just physical strength. You're building the foundation of confidence, the foundation of a confident, unstoppable you. And very, very important. And really, I don't even really got much more to add on to that. Said, you got anything you want to add?
Nah, I don't, man. Just
Hey,
get
so
active.
yeah, no, so get active. Absolutely, find some way to get your body moving. Whether you're just doing some yoga or some Pilates, or you're riding your bike, or you're going for walks, or stretching, increasing your flexibility. Whatever it
Yeah,
is, do something to get your body moving. Or even just taking your kids to the park and chasing them around. Or if you're volunteering to coach, me and said both coaching our son's football team.
that's gonna be interesting.
But do something. To get your body moving. But with all that said, man, we greatly appreciate y'all as always. As I said at the top of the episode, be sure to check out the kit that corresponds with this episode at keepitthorough.com/kits. We definitely got some kit hats in stock for y'all. So if y'all want to go ahead and support, go grab one of them. And y'all know how it go, man. If you don't do nothing else, keep it
Keep it
thorough.
thorough. Yeah,
And
yeah.
we'll holler at y'all next time. Deuces.